Contest mode, Desert Perpetual, Hunter Loadout, or at the very least what I plan to bring in as someone who cleared it on contest mode last time. In my top slot, I do not think Mint Retrograde is ever going to leave my equipped weapons. With rewind rounds and bait and switch, I think this weapon is going to stay equipped for the entirety of the raid, all 4 encounters, no matter what. This thing is an absolute beast. In my secondary slot, the Agape hand cannon, specifically with rewind rounds and precision instrument, pairs exceptionally well with Lucky Pants and is instrumental in your DPS rotation if you are a hunter. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a bit, but that's really only for boss DPS phases. Otherwise, I'll probably have like an SMG on or something like that. Maybe something like the Yeartide Apex or the brand new Mida multi-tool with a whole bunch of different roles for kind of the ad clearing phase, and then I'll switch to this once we get into boss DPS phase because it's a 2-round burst. It procs really nicely with Lucky Pants. And then every team uses a tractor cannon. If you only have one hunter, I would recommend that you do be the tractor cannon player. However, if you are not on tractor cannon, you'll either be going Finality's Augur or Parasite in your heavy slot. As far as your stats go, you really want to prioritize weapon stat and super stat. Weapons so that you can get a lot of ammo generation, and so you do a little bit of bonus boss DPS with your Mint Retrograde and your Agape and your Parasite or Finality's Augur if you run them. And then super you want at least 100 if you can get it to that, so that you have maximum uptime on your 3-shot golden gun, which is going to be really important. Hunters play a much more supportive role in day 1 contest mode rating at the current moment, where your primary goal isn't actually to do damage, but it's to spam generate orbs for your other teammates. So the idea is you're spamming 3-shot golden gun marksman. Every crit that you hit is 2 orbs, so every super nets 6 orbs for your team, so that your Couriers of the Falling Star Thundercrash Titans can absolutely relentlessly spam T-crashes. Your Warlocks can spam wells. You'll be feeling really good right there. Gambler's Dodge, Threaded Spike, Grapple Grenade. I always love Grapple Grenade. I'm walking in with Stylish Executioner and Ascension. Ascension is super strong, gives the entire team amplified, which means enemies basically can't hit you. Going Protection, Hope, and Purpose. And I'm starting with Courage for a little bit more boss DPS, so that my Golden Gun does 10% extra damage to the boss while it's under a Darkness debuff, aka my Threaded Spike or any other Darkness debuff from my allies. Looking at exotic armor pieces, Lucky Pants is going to be your go-to. Because it works really well and synergizes really well with the 2-burst hand cannon right here. Agape rewind rounds will automatically reload bullets back into it. Precision instrument will give you a stacking buff, and it makes this thing do an actually decent amount of damage. Now you're going to basically have 2 different loadouts that you'll swap between from for mechanics phase and boss phase. I know not swap is a modifier that's on, but it's more like kind of swap because you can still swap certain things even though you can't swap others. The only things you can't swap are armor pieces directly and stat mods, but you can still swap a lot of other stuff.